Tia Mowry been showing her true colors, but the more and more this reality show airs, the more Tia talks, the more emotional she is. Now, it's been said before about these reality shows that they can be a curse. They are a curse for divorce. And considering that Tia has already been through a divorce, this is like a whole nother level of her doing this reality show. It is a straight up hot mess, even with her so-called friends gathering in, trying to support her. But it's like some of the stuff they be saying is ridiculous too, though. But it's like Tia constantly needs this building up. Tia constantly needs reassurance. And I'm just not sure of what. Is it the decision? Is it the role that she may have played for this divorce, wanting this divorce? Who knows? But just my opinion. It seems like Cory may have taken in a lot to have been that man, that husband to her. I can recall watching a show, and the show was based about couples. Tia won't let that man talk. Tia mouth runs a mile a minute. Do you know people sometimes take a minute to have to process things? But when a voice is constantly going on and on and on. Now, I like Tia. I watched Tia through the years. I'm talking about, I was a kid at that time too, and so was she. But it seems like some of her ways that she's still grasping for, I don't know if she's still trying to be that childhood star, like that it girl, if she hasn't cycled into her grown woman progression to have even known like where she was at in life. I mean, she was still stuck on, I guess, being that girl that picked Cory up from the bus stop after he did some type of appearance on the show, and the next thing you know, they dating and married and all this stuff. Maybe she was feeling herself a little bit too much. I mean, she the one was like discussing money at times, being but the girl's a childhood star. I think sometimes people's minds be in a state of, just because somebody is on TV, that they automatically have money. Just because, you've seen people in like multiple movies, like even, what's his name? Terrence. It's hard out here. What did he say? He made, was it $12,000 from the movie Crash? And then the money that he made out there for, I think, one of those first movies that he was in with Taraji, we heard Taraji crying too about her money. But not everybody is living above and beyond their means. But Tia been in SAG for a long time, having coverage, being covered. He never seemed like he was just a hired up person for money. It seemed like, okay, you auditioning, but if you're not getting the role, if you are getting the role, it's paying a little bit of money. We know it's been said time and time again, even from the days of Cicely Tyson. Now, y'all know how far back she go. That's one of the originals. That's one of the greats right there. One of the giants of Black Hollywood, because it is a difference in pay. It is. And what she say? Tyler was the first that paid her worth. So when people say, oh, well, it has to be based off experience and how long, you've been doing this, and who your agent is, who your manager is, and what they can work. No. So the new it person, Terrence was, I cannot think of that man's last name for nothing right now, but he was the it guy for that moment. It's like, okay, everybody has their time, but if Hollywood is not going to pay you what you're worth, then what are you supposed to do? And what was the guy from Cosby Show? His character's name was Elvin. Oh, he was shamed for working in a grocery store by the one lady that caught his picture. That time she took a picture. Next thing you know, Tyler Perry gives the man a call. He was Sandra's husband on the Cosby Show. Disgrace the man, talking about because he's working at the grocery store. Look, people out here doing what they got to do. They doing it honestly. Cory, honestly, I took a little heat for that one, saying, outside looking in, which is true. Outside looking in. But when Tia is giving you an open book and now doing this reality show, because them TikToks, the way she, a little bit too provocative at times, hey, just my opinion, putting herself out there, trying to, get a date. Well, try to get a date then. Try to get a. Why we got to be informed about? Because then it becomes, some people take it as like a mockery. Like she fooling herself. She out here looking like the way she be talking at times. Divorce. Graduation. I mean, some of the stuff comes out of her mouth is absolutely nuts. Now, who done pulled her to the side? That's a real one to say, hold on. Because her TV mama, Jackie, when she was talking, that wasn't even on the up and up. But people be sometimes thinking because people is the age that they are just so full of wisdom. Not so. You have young ladies out here in their 20s thinking just because, somebody is in their 40s, Tia Mowry, that she's full of wisdom. Jackie, where's she at? In her 60s, 70s? I don't know, somewhere in there. Maybe she is. I'm sure, I'm not taking away from her, especially being an elder, no disrespect. But there comes a time where it's like, okay, where does real life set in? When is the time to say, no, I can't show up for that because this is somebody's like real life we discussing here? Or no, I'm not going to be, signing on. Because sometimes I've heard, even with these reality shows, they play the game. You saying stuff that you necessarily didn't mean to say. They piecing stuff together. They got to make a storyline. People on here just sacrificing to be looking crazy. But it's like they're the individuals that have to live with those scars, so to speak. They're the ones who have to, some of the ones that have to go through the explaining process. Just because these kids is little, people's kids is little, that don't mean that's it. They ain't understanding some things, and there's some things they definitely gonna question as time moves on. But it's her story. It's the way she's choosing to do things. Cory, I think he's done very well in strides, but when he said, it's been times where he just cried himself to sleep, not having his family. But what do you do? Because when a woman's mind is made up and she ain't seeing no other way and thinking she didn't have a chance to live life, and she went on and had kids at whatever age, got married at whatever age, some women just be on straight missions. I didn't get to do this when I was 21. I didn't get to do this by the time I turned 25. And then think what they missed out on now that they somewhere in their 40s that they can do in their 20s. Life don't work like that. Get out there. Meet that match. Get out there. Be so clouded in the mind, because the girl sounds clouded in the mind. Now, it's always somebody waiting in the bushes now. So somebody will help you out, Tia. It's always going to be somebody willing and able, which you feel like you didn't have a chance to experience at that age. Oh, it's somebody willing and able. But the girl really needs to slow down. Ooh, she's too much.